Hi, welcome to MexElects. Today we are in San Cristobal de las Casas in Chiapas, in the highlands of Chiapas. As you can see around me, this was really the heartland of support for Marichui Patricio, who we've talked about in past videos. Unfortunately, she didn't get the required number of signatures to go forward to the presidential race. But if you spend any time in the area, you realize that there are deeper currents of politics that go back literally millennia, that are rooted in the communal and collective cultures of the Mayan people of this region. And Chiapas was also the site in 1994 of the uprising by the Zapatista Army of National Liberation on the eve of the coming into play of the North American Free Trade Agreement. The fear was then, as now, that NAFTA and the commercial forces it unleashed would lead to the dispossession of indigenous people from the land and the extirpation of their cultures. Now, 25 years on, these traditions are still very much alive. There are literally scores of villages around San Cristobal, further up in the highlands, that are loyal to the Zapatista movement, who are governed by principles of so-called good government in the what they call the caracoles, which are the village councils, and under the principle of the people command and the government obeys. Now, just a couple of weeks ago, there was a first international gathering of women in struggle, where the Zapatista women invited women from all over Mexico and literally all over the world. It said there were somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 women involved in political discussions, listening, debating, talking about strategy and so forth. By and large, these are the sorts of things that remain visible if we're only looking at the episodic politics of the electoral cycle. But really, in truth, these are the kinds of deep politics which ultimately sustain a kind of moral vision for the future and really teach us that another world really is possible.